Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. And another heavyweight news and note smash-up video today, starting with Tyson Fury, the WBC champion who takes on interim WBC champ Dillian Whyte April 23rd. So Fury has taken to social media to give an update on where things are at ahead of that fight.
Hey guys, Tyson Fury here. Just a quick update. Let you all know that camp's going really well. Less than 3 weeks out. Cannot wait to see you all there in the big smoke at Wembley Stadium. Dillian Whyte is getting knocked the fuck out, man. Cannot wait. See you all there, all my loyal fans. God bless you all.
Meanwhile, Sugar Hill Stewart, the trainer for Tyson Fury, of a potential fight at some point with Anthony Joshua, has told BT Sport these two men may have an opportunity to fight when both of these guys are 45 years old. Who knows? Do you stick around and just keep waiting for that? Or do you just live your life in peace, knowing you did what you could do to be successful and that you put every effort forth? You can't worry about everybody else in situations you have no control over. And that situation he doesn't have control over. Moving on, a potential fight between Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce still under negotiation, but negotiations are progressing, according to SJAM Boxing's Adam Morelli, who manages Joe Joyce. Him saying it's a massive fight. We're still negotiating. It's not finalized yet, but good progress is being made. It's the biggest fight outside of the top four guys fighting. It's the biggest fight on the heavyweight scene right now. We hope we can land it, and we hope we can land it in the UK for the UK fight fans to watch Joe Joyce continue his ascent to the top of the division. Promoter Lou DiBella has gone on Chicken Talk on Twitter, and he's provided a number of updates in regards to his heavyweight and a sort of wide-ranging discussion over an hour and a half. And that obviously wasn't all about heavyweights, but towards the end, and you can go listen to yourself, about just an hour and 20 or so into it, he discusses Stephan Shaw, also George Arias, and Jerry Forrest. So here are the main highlights.
I made a co-promotional for him with Top Rank, and he had a win on a top, one of Top Rank shows already when he beat DeWaco. And one of the things we had talked about with Top Rank was the matchup with Guido Vianello, with the Italian heavyweight that. So Guido got injured. We were supposed to fight Guido. Guido got injured. So it's partially dependent on when Guido comes back. But I could also see potentially a fight later in the year against a guy like Efe Adwaba. There's honestly, I made the deal with that with Top Rank because I felt that Shaw is one of the most underappreciated American heavyweights, and I needed to get him to get some eyeballs. And honestly, there's no eyeballs like ESPN eyeballs right now, or Fox eyeballs, or But I thought that he needed eyeballs. There were heavyweights. Fury is still in the Top Rank sphere. A number of other heavyweights are within the Top Rank sphere right now. And I thought that was a better place for Shaw to be than to be isolated, and sort of begging for fights. So.
And what about your man from Brooklyn?
Which man from Brooklyn? I got a bunch of men from Brooklyn.
Arias.
Oh, George. Yeah, George is. We thought we were going to fight. George accepted a fight with Huey Fury, and then Huey Fury's people thought George was too small. See, the problem is George is like a giant killer. Like, I don't know if you watched him slap around Cassius Chaney. I mean, they said it was a split decision, but it was like an 8-2 kind of fight, maybe 7-3, but it was a completely clear fight. George is really, really good against bigger guys, and his style, he's a very good boxer. And the combination of him looking sort of like a more stocky kind of small guy with great boxing ability, he's very, very awkward for a big fighter, a way bigger fighter to fight. And they accepted the fight, and we were like rubbing our hands together because we were like, man, Huey Fury's f-. And then Fury's people came back and said, we looked at some tape, and we don't think we want this one. But I'm talking about some other things right now. Triller approached me with a really interesting matchup. I can't really talk about it yet because it's not done, but I'm in talks with them about matching Arias. I don't know if you guys saw, by the way, did you notice that Jerry Forrest is fighting Kubrat Pulev?
Yeah, I seen that card. I seen the flyer for that card.
Yeah, which I was happy. I was happy he got that fight after he got jobbed against Michael Hunter because, I like Mike Hunter. He's a good fighter, but Jerry beat the shit out of him that night.
And I did follow up just asking Lou DiBella on Twitter following that appearance on Chicken Talk, what about Hemi Ahio? Because we know Junior Farr, and this was sort of referenced by DiBella in that Chicken Talk appearance. He said Farr is going to be fighting on that George Kambosos card against an Australian, and obviously Lucas Brown has said that he thinks he's going to be that guy, and he's been negotiating for that fight. But of Hemi Ahio, so DiBella says Hemi scheduled for June in Australia, announcement coming. So obviously that can only be that card. Well, presumably that would be that card, June 5th, George Kambosos versus Stephan Shaw. So hopefully it's something meaningful because Hemi Ahio is in need of a decent step up. He's kind of been just languishing a little bit in recent years, just hasn't really sort of kicked on. A lot of potential, decent power, bit undersized, but he could be a guy, who could give a lot of heavyweights trouble. We'll have to see what happens there. And rounding out this heavyweight news and notes mashup video, Justis Huni. His return had been set for May the 14th in Australia on the Bradis and Opataya card, but that event, as you can see here, has been postponed. So the comment on the right-hand side says, due to an injury, Bradis versus Opataya has unfortunately been postponed. A new date will be coming to you soon. Stay tuned, yada, yada, yada. Not sure who was actually injured there, but in terms of Huni, so he's been out of the ring the best part of a year now. He's had injury, obviously COVID, they postponed a fight earlier this year, so he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. But be good to see the Australian heavyweight champion and rising prospect Justis Huni back soon. So you'd imagine this event will be rescheduled in short order, but we shall see what happens. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.